Yo, I don't know where you live at, but here in Ohio, literally every single day, we have been getting hammered with snowstorms, and well, today ain't no different. We got another one rolling through. Anyways, y'all always talk about, Terry, why you always talk about expensive stuff on this channel? Why don't you talk about some things that are less expensive for us that might be beginners or just don't want to spend a whole lot of money? And today, your prayers got answered, fam. So we got some microphones from Saramonic. These are the Saramonic Airs, and it's been a couple months since I've actually talked about microphones on this channel. Neither here nor there. These are a whole kit of wireless microphones that are very, very inexpensive. However, have a couple features that you're not gonna find on any other microphone set at this price point for this size. You're gonna see that in the video. So it's a whole lot of competition out there, and obviously this video is sponsored by Saramonic, so I'm just gonna give you the facts. I'm just gonna drop them on you, and you can make your own decision on if you should buy these or one of the offerings from DJI. I don't know, Hollyland, Boya, because everybody's making microphones at this point, but neither here nor there. Let's get into it. Hey, what's up? It's Tight Shirt Terry Warfield back for another video. Hope you're having a fantastic day so far. Remember to be thankful for your freaking life today, because you ain't had to have that. These are the Saramonic Airs, okay? And this is the audio out of the Saramonic Air, which, by the way, I did not EQ or do anything like that. So this is the audio straight out the microphones. And obviously, because I'm using the microphone so that you can hear it, the receiver and the transmitter are missing out of this case. However, I did shoot some B-roll for you so you can see what all comes in the case. Now, the whole kit is about 150 bucks. This is the case, which is actually made out of metal. So no plastic, fantastic, made out of metal, so you don't have to worry about it. It's got a nice window on the front so you can see what's going on inside the case. If we flip it over onto the side, there is a USB-C cable to charge the case. So let's go ahead and open this bad boy up. However, right there, you see the battery percentage of the case on that little display. Once we open this up, the receiver, the two transmitters are in here. Also, there's a adapter for USB-C. There's also an adapter for Lightning, and there's also a clip that goes on the back of the receiver that you would use to attach it to like your camera's cold shoe or whatever. And by the way, all of the connectors and everything are modular. As you see, both of the dead cats also fit in the case. And if I take out one of the transmitters, you'll see that these are freaking tiny. The capsule for audio is right on top. And then it's really simple. On the right-hand side, you got your power and your mute button. On the back of it, you got a pretty strong magnet and also a clip. You can leave the magnet on there and put it in the case. And then you probably like, Terry, what's that right there? I said that this thing has some features that you won't find at this price point and also at this size. And this right here is actually for a lav mic. The next logical thing you're gonna say is, well, Terry, that doesn't look like a lav mic port. And you will be right. That is not a 3.5 millimeter port. So Saramonic has made their own proprietary lav mics. Love it or hate it, it is what it is. And that lav mic is right here. You get two of them in the kit, and this is what it looks like, just so you can see it. All you do, plug it in, and it doesn't come out easily, so I don't think you got to worry about this popping out. The only thing is, if you need to replace it, you got to replace it with another lav mic from Saramonic. You cannot just pick up a lav mic and plug it in. Now, taking a look at the receiver, as I told you, the bottom is modular, so this is where you will connect the clip to it. On the right-hand side of it, you see a USB-C port. On the left-hand side of it, this is where you will plug this into your camera, and also there is a headphone monitoring port so you can hear the audio. Now, on the top, there is a screen for you to see. However, it's not a touch screen, which means you have to use the noise cancellation and the mute button to get through the menus. And honestly, it's going to take you a little while to get used to. However, once you get used to it, then you get used to it. There also is an app that I'm going to show you later on in this video. I know you're going to ask me, do these have 32-bit float? That answer is no. Do they have onboard storage? That answer is also no. However, they do have a built-in safety track. They also have a built-in intelligent limiter, which we're going to test out, a few EQ settings, and 2 stages of noise cancellation, which we're also going to test out. So you get all that for 150 bucks. Now let's go back out here into this freaking winter wonderland to test out the lav mic, the different EQ settings, and also the range. Yo, it's another day. It is freaking impossibly cold outside. It's like 9 degrees. But I want you to hear the difference real quick between the built-in microphone on the transmitter versus the lav mic. And I have them both at about the same distance from my mouth. This is the unedited audio out of the Saramonic Airs, so I'm not using any of the EQ settings or nothing like that. And we have the limiter turned on purpose so that you can see how well the limiter works. Let's go ahead and plug in the lav mic. All right, so now the audio is coming from the lav mic versus the built-in mic on the Saramonic Air. So you let me know in the comment section which one of these do you prefer. Still the same. I didn't touch the EQ settings or nothing like that. I still have the limiter on just to make sure that the audio is not clipping. And also remember that this does have a safety track feature, which a lot of the cheaper microphones don't have, where you have your regular track and it will record a separate track at a lower decibel or whatever the proper word is, so that you always have a track that's not blown out in case your primary track is blown out, and you can switch it to mono if you wanted to. Anyways, Saramonic says, and I typically don't do this, that the range of the Air is about 300 meters direct line of sight. And that's important. I don't typically do this because I would never film this far away from my camera, but you know, y'all gonna cook me in the comments if I don't. So for science, let's get it. All right, so this is the lav mic, still doing a little range test. I'm not gonna go super far because as y'all see, it's freaking snow everywhere. However, most wireless microphones do perfectly fine in direct line of sight. Okay, 2.4 gigahertz microphones, it just is what it is. But most of them, however, when you add an obstruction such as a wall, or you don't have direct line of sight, so if there's a tree in the way, or if you turn around, I don't know if we still have signal or not, this is where they struggle at. So I'm probably about 100 meters or so far, and I don't know if I should still keep going. And let's go ahead and disconnect the lav mic also, if I can get it to come loose, and let's hope we didn't put it on mute by mistake, because I did that earlier. All right, we still should be good. So still going. Let's go ahead and turn around, and I think the tree is still, I think this is far enough. All wireless microphones, when you put something in the way, at least these more consumer, creator focused microphones, we stick something in the way, like an obstruction, or you lose direct line of sight, signal might drop out, and it just kind of is what it is. 300 meters for anything that you need to freaking do. And if you're filming 300 meters away from your camera, you should probably have a more reliable or more powerful system anyways, but I think this will be enough for just about anybody who is making and creating. You know what I'm saying? All right, now that we are back indoors and it is nice, warm, and cozy, Saramonic does have an app that you can download for iOS or Android. Obviously, it's free. And as you'll see, it's one of the simplest apps that you'll probably find out there to manage any microphone set. However, it comes with a caveat, my people. And that caveat is, unfortunately, some of the features you cannot change from the receiver itself. You have to connect it to the app to change it. However, there is no wireless access. That means, for example, you want to change the EQ. That means that you have to physically probably go get the receiver off of your camera, connect the USB-C or lightning adapter to it, and then plug that up to your phone, then fire up the app, and then you can change some of those parameters like EQ. So let me go get the receiver off the camera, okay, and plug it up to the phone so that we can take a listen to these 3 different EQ settings. All right, so this is vocal boost, the first EQ setting. And one thing while you're listening to this, when you turn on your camera, it will also cause the receiver to turn on by itself and vice versa when you turn it off. That's typically a feature that are reserved for like the more higher end microphone sets out there, so it's pretty dope that this has it in it. Let's go ahead and test out the next one. Now, this setting right here is called high lift, and yes, I'm having to walk back and forth to the camera to make these changes. The other thing that you need to know is if you use the little adapter to plug the Saramonic Air receiver into a Sony camera, we just got done talking about the auto on and off feature, that only works with the cable. It doesn't work with the adapter. So just something else that you should know. Let's go ahead and test out the next EQ setting. This last EQ setting is called low bump. So I'm guessing this is for people that want a little bit more low end range to their voice. Maybe your name is Cam Mackey or Kofi Yaboa, you know what I'm saying, and you want some bass to your voice. It's probably what low bump does. So those are all 3 of the EQ settings in there. You know, you just gotta pick which one works out best for you. Let's talk about some noise cancellation. The Saramonic Airs have 2 stages of noise cancellation. However, you cannot trigger noise cancellation from the transmitter itself. You have to physically walk over to the receiver and press the noise cancellation button. Now, I'm gonna test this in an environment that I would typically use noise cancellation for. So if you're out doing construction, using jackhammers and all that crap, I don't know what to tell you, okay? I'm talking about the sound from air conditioners, furnaces, dishwashers, etc. So right now I have my furnace cranked up to literally 9 million degrees. So let's take a listen to the noise it creates and see how well the Saramonic Air can remove that noise. So let me shut up. Okay. So that's the noise from the furnace that we're contending with. Let me walk over to the Saramonic Air and go ahead and press the noise cancellation button. So this is stage 1 of noise cancellation. If it has a fancy name, I freaking don't know it, okay? But now we can see how well it's doing with removing that background furnace noise while I'm talking. And now I'm gonna shut up so you can see how effective it is at removing it by itself. Okay, let's go ahead and crank it up to the more aggressive stage 2 or whatever the fancy name is for it. Let's press noise cancellation again. So now we have been cranked up to the max when it comes to noise cancellation. I'm currently talking, obviously you can hear me running my big old mouth. So how is it doing? Is it eliminating it? Do I sound like a robot or any of those things? You know what? Let me shut up so you can hear it for yourself. So that is the highest level of noise cancellation. So I'm gonna walk back over to the receiver. We're gonna press the noise cancellation button one more time to turn it off. And now it should be back to my regular voice. So that's gonna be completely up to you on if that noise cancellation works well enough for you or not. But again, I just wanted to test it in a normal scenario that most of us are probably gonna contend with. So that's everything that you need to know about the Saramonic Air. Now we get to see how well the dead cats work because it is mad windy out here. But these microphones are affordable. They give you a ton of features that you otherwise wouldn't get unless you wanted to go to a bigger system or a more expensive system. I think they sound great, and although they are not perfect, I still think even with the competition out there, these microphones are definitely worth checking out. If you like them, there will be an affiliate link in the comment section and also in the description. Obviously, I will get a small kickback on it, but it's not gonna cost you anything extra and you're gonna buy it anyways. But I'll make sure that those are always updated with the best prices for the Saramonic Air microphones. Also, very curious to know what you think about these microphones. Are these microphones that you would use? Would you rock these? Let me know. And if you like this video, hit that subscribe button and turn on that notification bell so that you get notified when new videos go up. So with that being said, I'm about to go in here and get some coffee. Peace and chicken grease. Much love, y'all. Peace.